Okay, so we have the Pioneer Woman magazine. Now, this is the summer 2021. So it's seasonal. Don't get too many of these magazines, I tell you. Sometimes you pay a whole lot of money for not very much magazine, too, and it's disheartening. Anyway, uh, what I liked really about this magazine is the red, white, and cute. Dress up your fourth with one of these patriotic centerpieces. There's a glass act where you can make a festive centerpiece using blue glass bottles, red ronculas, and silver sparkler sticks. Choose bottles of varying heights and shapes for the most impact. These Saratoga water bottles and Young Ever empty glass spray bottles are available on Amazon.com. Similar silver drink stirrers are $6.50 for 12 at lolemma.etsy.com. To me, though, if you have some tinsel, not tinsel, garland from like maybe garland, or maybe even like tissue paper, you could glue it onto a stick and stick it in a bottle, and then make your roses. If you have a circuit, which my niece now has one, Kenzie, and she could make those pretty easy instead of paying all that extra fluff. But anyway, stars and stripes. Flag centerpieces are all over Pinterest, so give one of these a try. Just fill a glass vase with red, white, and blue gumballs or any type of candy and add flags for a different size. This arrangement includes 4x6 Tuatar handheld spearhead flags from 5x8 Newcoff small flags from Amazon.com. The gold tips just make them look extra special. Blowing it up. Is there anything more festive than a big bunch of balloons? To make this centerpiece, partially inflate balloons, tie them into the dowels, stick them in the sand in a galvanized bucket, wrap with an all-American bandana. For a 6-inch bucket like this one, you'll need 9 or 10 red, white, blue latex balloons at the same number of 1/8 wood dowels. Go forth. Stock up some Independence Day flair. Welcome home. Now, they got a bunch of items here that are all red, white, and blue. I'm going to read off to you what they are. And some of them I agree with, some of them, no thank you. Patriotic Star Burlap Placemats. They're $45 for 6 at Kirklands.com. I don't think I'd buy them. Patriotic Honeycomb Balls and Lamps Lanterns are $10 for 5 at PartyCity.com. Now that's not bad. Patriotic Red, White, Blue Cups are Star Plastic Cups at $8, and there are 40 of them at PartyCity.com. Now that PartyCity.com sounds like the place to go shopping. Celebration crackers are $20 for 8 at CasperiaOnline.com. Americana Mini Star napkins, $37 for 6 at Kirklands.com. Custom beanbag toss stars and stripes are $199 at markandgraham.com. American Flag Outdoor Decorative Pillow is $27 at Home Goods stores. The Blush Red, White, and Blue Disco Ball Tumbler is $12 at TrueBrands.com. And the Stripes and Stars acrylic tray is Mir Frahem Berlin at $45 at Society6.com. So some of them is reasonable and some of them seems high priced to me. I guess it all depends on how much flair you want to put into your 4th of July or, that's what's up next, isn't it? Deal. Air fryer fun. Now make these irresistible state fair snacks right on your countertop. Reese says, I was a little late to the air fryer party, but now I'm obsessed. There's crispy pickles, steak fries, and onion rings. And they're all in the air fryer. Now, this sounds absolutely delicious, but I don't know. It says air fryer, buttermilk, onion rings. The prep time is 50 minutes. Your total time is 50 minutes. It's going to make 4 servings. 3/4 cup mayonnaise. 1 to 2 tablespoons of, now I'm going to spell this out because I have no clue what the heck it means. S is in Sam, R is in Ralph, I is in ice, R is in Ralph, A is in apple, C is in cat, H is in hat, A is in apple. Then 1 3/4 teaspoon of kosher salt plus more to taste, 3/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 1 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 1/2 teaspoon sweet paprika, 3/4 teaspoon black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon cayenne pepper, 1 1/2 cups of buttermilk, 3 cups of panko, 1/4 cup of olive oil, 1 extra large yellow onion sliced into 3/4 inch rings separated. Now preheat a 3 1/4 quart air fryer to 390 degrees. Set a wire rack on the baking sheet. Whisk your mayonnaise, that Sriracha, and 1/4 teaspoon salt in a small bowl. Set it aside for dipping. Now whisk the flour, 1/2 teaspoon each garlic powder, paprika, and salt, 1/4 teaspoon black pepper, and 1/8 teaspoon cayenne in a medium bowl. Pour the buttermilk into a second bowl, and in a third bowl combine the panko and remaining 1 teaspoon each garlic powder, paprika, and salt. Now 1/2 teaspoon black pepper and 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne. Now drizzle the olive oil into the panko mixture and use your fingers to rub in the oil. Bread the onion rings 2 to 4 at a time. Now first toss the onion rings in the flour mixture and shake off any excess. Then dunk them in the buttermilk to completely coat and shake off any excess. Finally, toss them in the panko mixture, pressing gently to adhere. Arrange the breaded onion rings on the rack on the baking sheet. Arrange 1/3 of the breaded onion rings in the air fryer basket in a single layer. A little overlap is fine. Cook gently, turning halfway through until they're very crunchy and browned on both sides, about 10 minutes. Now lightly sprinkle the onion rings with salt. Transfer to a serving plate and repeat with the remaining 2 batches of onion rings. Serve with the Sriracha mayonnaise for dipping. Now the next one has got my heart because it sounds really good. Air fryer crispy pickles. Your prep time is 40 minutes. Your total time is 40 minutes. You're going to make 4 servings. Now, 1 16-ounce jar dill pickle chips drained, 1/2 cup all-purpose flour, 3 large egg whites, 2/3 cup breadcrumbs, 1/3 cup yellow cornmeal, 1/4 teaspoon kosher salt plus more to taste, cooking spray, use olive oil for the best flavor, ranch dressing for serving. Now the first thing you want to do for the pickles, preheat a 3 1/2 quart air fryer to 390 degrees. Set a wire rack on the baking sheet, line a second baking sheet with paper towels and spread out the pickles on the towels. Pat dry with more paper towels, pressing gently to remove as much moisture as possible. Now your second step. Put the flour in the medium bowl, beat the egg whites in another bowl until frothy. In a third bowl, combine the breadcrumbs, cornmeal, and salt. The third step. Bread the pickles 4 to 6 at a time. First toss the pickles in the flour and shake off any excess. Then dunk them in the egg mixture to completely coat and shake to remove any excess. Finally toss them in the cornmeal mixture, press them gently to adhere. Arrange the breaded pickles on the rack on the baking sheet. Number 4. Spray half of the breaded pickles with a cooking spray, then arrange a sprayed side down in the air fryer basket in a single layer. Spray the pickles again, cook until every crunchy browned on both sides, about 8 minutes. Lightly sprinkle the pickles with salt, remove to the serving plate, and repeat with the remaining pickles. Serve with the ranch dressing for the dipping. Now the air fryer Parmesan steak fries. Your prep time is going to be 30 minutes. Your total time is 30 minutes, and you're going to make 4 servings. 1, you need a cup of ketchup. 1 cup of ketchup. There we go. 1/4 cup of fresh basil, finely chopped. 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. 3 medium russet potatoes, about 2 pounds. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1/3 cup of grated Parmesan cheese. 1 tablespoon of Italian seasoning. 1 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 1/2 teaspoon kosher salt plus more to taste. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Now preheat that 3 1/2 quart air fryer to 390 degrees. Combine the ketchup, basil, and balsamic vinegar in a small bowl and set aside for dipping. 2. Cut each potato in half lengthwise. Then cut each half into 4 wedges. Put the potato wedges in a large bowl filled with cold water. Use your hands to stir the potatoes several times to help remove the excess starch. Drain the potatoes, then dry well with a clean kitchen towel or paper towel. 3rd, wipe out the bowl. Return the potatoes to the bowl along with the olive oil and toss to coat. Add the Parmesan, Italian seasoning, garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Use your hands to rub the cheese and the seasonings into the potatoes. 4. Arrange the potatoes in the air fryer basket in a single layer. A little overlap is fine. Sprinkle any extra Parmesan cheese seasoning from the bowl onto the potatoes and cook. Turning the potatoes halfway through until the golden brown and crispy in spots, about 18 minutes. Transfer those potatoes to a serving plate. If there are any pieces that are not browned, return them to the air fryer and cook for an additional 3 to 5 minutes. Lightly sprinkle with the salt and serve with the balsamic ketchup and for dipping. Okay, next spot. Go bananas. The best way to eat a banana, cover it with chocolate and sprinkles. I love most foods, I truly do, but bananas just have never been my thing. I think it might have been a genetic aversion. My dad's not a fan either. Or maybe it's just the texture and smell, but I know many of you like bananas, so for this issue I froze them, dipped them in chocolate, and gave them a sprinkle of red, white, and blue for the 4th of July. They turn more into an ice cream treat, and they have a feeling that you banana lovers are going to love them. Chocolate covered bananas. Now this does sound awesome, y'all, and they look pretty amazing. First, peel 3 to 4 bananas, cut them in half crosswise, insert a wooden stick into the cut end of each, freeze on a parchment-lined baking sheet until firm, which takes 3 to 4 hours. Melt 1 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips with 2 tablespoons coconut oil in the microwave. Pour into a tall glass. Melt 1 cup of white chocolate chips with 2 tablespoons coconut oil. Pour into another tall glass. Dip the bananas in either the semi-sweet or the white chocolate twice. Let the excess drip off and then return to the baking sheet. Drizzle with more semi-sweet or white chocolate if desired, and then top right away with red, white, and blue sprinkles. The chocolate sets quickly. Now return to the freezer until ready to serve. Cool pies. Now these are Ree's advice for the season. Eat your ice cream by the slice. Oklahoma can be oppressively hot in the summer, and when it is, a good old-fashioned ice cream pie really hits the spot. The best part about an ice cream pie is that you can mix and match your favorite ingredients to make your own unique creation. You just need something crunchy for the crust. I used a crushed waffle cone for this one. A few pints of ice cream, and for the filling, some fun toppings. These are my latest combos. Now this one actually sounds like a fun thing to do. Ree says dip your knife into the hot water before you slice an ice cream pie, then wipe dry. Slicing is much easier with a warm knife. Triple strawberry ice cream pie with waffle cone crust. Now your prep time is 20 minutes. Total time is 50 minutes plus 4 hours freezing, so it's going to make 8 servings. 10 waffle cones, 6 tablespoons salted butter melted, 1 cup cold heavy cream, 1/4 cup powdered sugar, 2 pints strawberry ice cream softened, 8 ounces fresh strawberries chopped about 1 1/2 cup, and 1/4 cup strawberry sauce. Now, the very first step, you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Roughly crumble the waffle cones and pulse them in the food processor until most likely finely ground, with a few larger chunks here and there. Add the melted butter and pulse until well combined until the cones are finely ground. Press the mixture into a 9-inch pie pan plate using the bottom of the measuring cup and your fingers to tightly pack the crumbs into the bottom of the pan and up the sides. Second step. Bake the crust until it's set and just starting to lightly brown around the edges, about 8 minutes. Transfer to a rack and let it cool until almost room temperature, about 20 minutes. The pan can be warm when it goes into the freezer, but not hot. Freeze until the crust is firm and cold, which is about 10 minutes. Now the third step. Meanwhile, whip the heavy cream and powdered sugar in a large bowl with a mixer on high speed until medium peaks form, 1 to 2 minutes. 4. Scoop the strawberry ice cream into the crust and spread in an even layer. Sprinkle 1 cup of chopped strawberries over the top and gently press into the ice cream. Top with the whipped cream and use the back of the spoon to create several divots in the cream to fold in the strawberry sauce. Freeze the pie until set, which at least 4 hours. When ready to serve, drizzle the pie with strawberry sauce and sprinkle with the remaining chopped strawberries. Brownie Sundae ice cream pie. Now your prep time is going to be 1 hour. Your total time is 1 hour 45 minutes plus 4 hours for freezing. Makes 8 servings. Now you're going to need cooking spray, 1 18-ounce box of brownie mix plus required ingredients, 1 1/2 quart container vanilla chocolate ice cream, 8 maraschino cherries drained well and patted dry, 1 cup of cold heavy cream, 1/4 cup powdered sugar, 1/4 cup chocolate sauce. Now the very first step, preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Spray a 9-inch pie plate with cooking spray. Prepare the brownie mix as the label directs and then scrape into the pie plate and smooth the top. Now the second step, bake until puffed in the center and a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. 45 to 50 minutes. Transfer to a rack and let it cool for almost room temperature. About 30 minutes, the pan can be warm when it goes into the freezer, but not hot. Use a rubber spatula to break up the baked brownies into a few large pieces and transfer to a large bowl. Stir and smash the pieces together until well combined. Number 3. Press the brownie mixture back into the pie plate using the bottom of the measuring cup and your fingers to tightly pack it into the bottom of the pan and up the sides. If any oil pools at the top of the brownie crust, blot it with a paper towel. Freeze until the crust is firm and cold, about 15 minutes. 4. Scoop the ice cream into the crust and spread it in an even layer. Freeze until set at least 4 hours. Put the cherries on a small freezer-safe plate and a single layer and freeze along with the pie. 5. Whip the heavy cream and powdered sugar in a large bowl with a mixer on high speed until medium peaks form, 1 to 2 minutes. Spread the chocolate sauce over the top of the pie and top with whipped cream and cherries. Orange vanilla ice cream pie. Prep time is 25 minutes. Total time is 1 hour plus 4 hours for freezing. Makes 8 servings. 60 vanilla wafer cookies, about 7 1/2 ounces. 3 tablespoons sugar. 6 tablespoons salted butter melted. 1 pint vanilla ice cream softened. 2 cups orange sherbet softened. 1 to 2 ounces of white chocolate shaved with vegetable peeler. First step. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Process the cookies and sugar in a food processor until finely ground. Add the melted butter and pulse until the mixture is the texture of wet sand. Press into a 9-inch pie plate using the bottom measuring cup and your fingers to tightly pack the crumbs into the bottom of the pan and up the sides. 2. Bake the crust until set and just starting to lightly brown around the edges, 10 to 12 minutes. Transfer to a rack and let it cool until almost room temperature, about 20 minutes. The pan can be warm when it goes into the freezer, but not hot. Freeze until the crust is firm and cold, about 10 minutes. Third step. Use a large ice cream scoop to scoop alternating mounds of vanilla ice cream and orange sherbet into the crust. Use a small offset spatula or the back of a spoon to press the ice cream into the crust, blending the ice cream to create a swirled effect. Freeze until set, which is at least 4 hours. 4. When ready to serve, top the pie with shaved white chocolate. And the final one about this wonderful ice cream section is caramel chocolate pecan ice cream pie. Prep time is 25 minutes. Total time is 50 minutes plus 6 hours freezing, and it makes 8 servings. 1 cup chopped pecans, 11 whole chocolate graham crackers, 3 tablespoons sugar, 6 tablespoons salted butter melted, 1 pint chocolate ice cream softened, 6 tablespoons of caramel sauce, 6 tablespoons of chocolate sauce, 1 pint dulce de leche or caramel ice cream softened. Now for the first step. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. Spread the pecans on the baking sheet and set aside. The second step. Crumble the graham crackers into a food processor. Add the sugar and process until finely ground. Add the melted butter and pulse until the mixture of the texture is wet sand. Press into a 9-inch pie plate using the bottom of the measuring cup and use your fingers to tightly pack the crumbs into the bottom of the pan and up the sides. Then, on the third step, bake the crust and pecans on separate racks in the oven until the crust is set and the pecans are toasted, about 8 minutes. Transfer the pecans to a small bowl to cool completely. Transfer the pie plate to a rack and let cool until almost room temperature, about 20 minutes. The pan can be warm when it goes into the freezer, but not hot. Freeze until the crust is firm and cold, about 10 minutes. On the fourth step, scoop the chocolate ice cream into the crust and spread in an even layer. Scatter half of the pecans over the ice cream and drizzle with 3 tablespoons each caramel and chocolate sauce. Freeze until hardened, about 2 hours. And on the final step, scoop the dulce de leche ice cream onto the pie and spread it in an even layer. Scatter the remaining pecans over the ice cream. Drizzle with the remaining 3 tablespoons each caramel and chocolate sauce. Freeze until set in at least 4 hours. Get the scoop. Recreated a new collection of products for ice cream lovers. Check out the Pioneer Woman Floral Ice Cream Maker, ice cream mixes, and pretty scoops at Walmart. Okay, she's got some really interesting recipes that finish out the book here that I'm going to let you all just pick up the book and find for yourself that you might want to read about. Then there's some interesting things about rodeoing in the back of the book as well. But that's all I'm going to share with you today. So thank you for joining me on the Pioneer Woman magazine. And I hope that you all enjoyed the recipes I did share with you. We have another one to get to, which is Woman's World magazine. And there's lots of tips from that one. So I couldn't share everything that I had marked off that originally from this book. But just know there's so many great moments in this book that you have to pick up the Pioneer Woman magazine summer 2021 when you see it at the grocery store, or subscribe to it online. That's even better. Thank you all for tuning in on that video. Stay tuned. We got another one to come.